Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Beez as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
All right, there it is. Honey, I Raised the Kids, episode 28. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. There's my lovely wife, Rachel Guy.
Hey, y'all.
Better known as RAEJAE. That's us.
That's us.
Me with a failing voice.
You still sound great.
I still don't sound great?
I say you still sound great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Ugh.
Oh my God, don't do that again.
Trip to Reno killed me.
It got you good.
It got me good. I have no idea. Other than the weather on the West Coast, a bunch of cigarette smoke in the casino, what could go wrong? So
I don't think anything went wrong. You feel better now.
Yeah, it was a good trip, which I believe this week on the BS I'll be able to talk about finally our super secret special project.
It's so fun.
It is. It's very fun.
We learned so much. It was so good.
Yeah, we'll be able to tell the world, and as I've been telling everybody on the BS, the only reason I haven't said anything to anybody other than teasing for some type of excitement is I've just been waiting for one thing to get done.
And we got it.
And that thing's done.
Yay!
Well, a couple things, but one thing in particular we got done.
The important thing.
We got ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
So this episode of Honey, I Raised the Kids, I would like to discuss both of our children. I'd like to discuss the evolution of our son, who was a mess as a teenager.
Yeah, he was not a fun teenager.
And our daughter, who is getting ready to, she's 100 miles per hour.
She's like a young adult and living her best life.
She is definitely living her best life.
She's doing great.
She's doing great. So let's start with Caleb.
All right.
So we go to Reno and we have 5 dogs. So usually Grandma, Rachel's mom,
Yep.
Big Flo.
Big Flo has to come in and watch all the puppies.
Right. And
because we have an X factor. Mr. Milton.
Hurricane Milton lives with us.
Hurricane Milton lives in our house, and he doesn't like anybody.
This entire episode, if you're watching on the BS's YouTube channel, you'll get to watch Petunia and Henry wrestle in the background.
Oh, yeah, they're getting it.
They're getting it good.
Go, Tuna, go.
So Caleb came over because Grandma couldn't come over until later in the week, and Caleb and his fiance came over and looked after the house.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I'm a little worried, just because I'm not all in on Caleb and his responsibility.
He's not always very thorough. Not always.
And he's proven that
often
when he was younger.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, as time has gone on,
mm-hmm.
and he's gotten older and he's grown, he's extremely impressed me. Like this trip in particular, because while we were gone, we had some service techs come to the house a couple different times. There were windows that you had to be here for.
Mm-hmm.
There were questions that needed to be asked. There were things that we needed to communicate to him and so on and so forth. And he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
He did a really good job with communication, and that's not his forte.
Not his forte at all.
Yeah, he did a really good job with that.
There was, during this time, a conversation that I had with our son Caleb, and I asked him, the big thing that needed to be done was we found out that our HVAC system had like mold and dirt, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Can't believe the inspector, when we bought this house just a couple months ago, didn't see this. And I'm thinking that is probably the reason, outside of why
you don't feel good.
Why I don't feel good and my allergies every morning.
For sure.
So this great guy, this Xavier dude, comes over and he does this job for us. And he puts the ultraviolet ray in to kill it all and stuff like that. And so while this whole HVAC scenario is going on at our house while we're in Reno,
mm-hmm.
our son Caleb is here, and I am worried to death that he's going to somehow screw it up. Just terrified. But I get on the phone with him and I say, hey, did everything go well? Caleb goes through everything. This is what he is good at.
This is the tism. Coming in hot.
Just A, B, C, D, recommendations that he had, things that he was, he was a grown man. He is a grown man,
Yeah.
but he was a grown man.
Yeah.
I was talking to our son, a grown man, and
An
I
adult.
just the tears coming out of my eyes. I'm so proud of him. And on top of that, he didn't screw it up.
Like,
Just
you raised an adult.
very, very happy.
Look at that.
I was, love you, Kayla. It was just like one of those things.
It was a good thing.
Yeah, it was very impressive. So from now on out, I'm all in. I'm all in on Caleb.
The adultism.
I'm all in on the adult Caleb. He has
Yeah,
proved to me
that's
that
great.
leaps and bounds. I mean, that's it. Like parents listening right now, isn't that? It doesn't get much better than that. When you have a kid, and I don't want to say Caleb was a problem. He was just a work in progress.
He was just a difficult teenager.
And then when they get to a certain point, whatever age that might be at, and they do something as simplistic as what I just told you,
Yep.
and you have to know what I'm talking about as a parent. You're just like, it's good.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be so excited. So, because Kinsey's with us right now, she's staying in the guest room. And so when Caleb comes in town and comes to the house and he's staying with the dogs, and him and Aaron stay in Ariel's room, in Beez's room. And I went in there today and the bed was made.
What?
They made the bed.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Like they left it like they had not been in there. Like it was Caleb bed made, but the bed was made.
So I was going to ask, was it fiance bed made or was it Caleb bed
No,
made?
it was definitely Caleb bed made.
You know what? He tried.
He did a really good job. I mean, I fixed it a little bit, but it's fine.
That's all you can ask for as a parent, is for your kid to try.
And he made his sister's bed.
That's amazing.
Mind blown.
Yeah, that's
It
great.
was crazy.
I
And they
mean-
cleaned up after themselves.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
Let's give him some applause.
woo, go Caleb.
Go Caleb.
Woo.
Team Caleb.
Tight work on the floor, Caleb.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people they ask me, they're like, well, you talk about your daughter all the time, you never talk about your son. And I got to tell you, is because we don't know a lot. I mean, it's like he's got his own life. That's the negative of it, right?
He works a lot because he is trying to be an adult, and he's doing a really good job of paying all his bills. He's got rent to pay. He's got a car payment. He pays his car, and he pays all of his things. He doesn't ask for help. Every once in a while when he comes to visit, he's like, hey, can I have some gas money? But that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's working really hard to do it all on his own, and he's doing it successfully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally all we could ask for. He's doing so well.
So we don't know, like, the drama or any drama between he and his fiance.
I don't think that there is any, because they bounce off of each other so well, where he is autistic and so big. She is also autistic, but she's so quiet and mellow.
He's like autistic and she's like autistic.
It could be that.
There's a difference in
But
the A's.
They
There's a hard A and there's a
soft A.
soft ah.
Ah.
She's an ah.
She's the absolutely.
Which, by the way, this is not a bad thing to say.
No, not at all.
The ah offsets the A.
It does.
And
It's incredible to watch.
I think maybe we have figured out the secret to autism.
That's what you need. The A and the A.
You need the ah and the A.
Yeah, you need the A and the A to make it work.
That's right. The yin and the yang, the ah and the yang.
Yeah.
So I did want to mention that because I do get messages from people, and you always can reach out and ask questions. Actually, I wish more and more, because it's funny that the difference of this podcast and the BS, even though it's on the same feed, I know that, and it's under the same moniker, so to speak, but we are getting a different audience. It's very interesting because of the content.
Yeah.
And when it's shared, I see this on especially YouTube, because these videos, the full versions are up on YouTube. And I get messages from people that I've never seen message on the BS Facebook or part of the Bailey Show podcast. So, like, if you ever have questions, like, I would love to take questions for this podcast. I know it's fairly new, but I would love to have questions from other parents that are going through the same exact thing that we're going. Because it's funny, whenever Rach and I tell people about this podcast, outside of, if you're not familiar with the BS, it's a totally different show. It's a totally different one. It's my radio show
I'm not on it.
From my career. Yeah. For my 30 years in the radio business, this is something that we wanted to do more for therapy for us as we become empty nesters. And we tried to get through this because we love our kids and we love to be around our kids.
Yeah.
And we think the same with them. So that's why we started this podcast. But I know that there's a lot of parents, and when we talk to people, they're like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. We went through that, or we're going through that. Yeah. So if you any involvement that you'd want to have, I think that's the evolution of this podcast, is to take questions from other parents, or to even have them on the show. We can have you on the show if you want.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
That'd be fun, right?
Because everybody has, like, most of their kids, they don't have, if you have more than one child, not one of them is the same.
No.
At all. And you can't parent them the same, and you can't, like, nothing is the same. And everything that worked with Caleb didn't work with Ariel, or, vice versa. It's, they're just very, very different human beings.
Yeah, very different. Completely different.
Yep. And they're, life tracks are also very different. And, I mean, Beez is living her best life at college.
So that's the next thing, and I hate patting myself on the back.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it again.
All right, let me see it.
When we moved our daughter into her condo at the University of Alabama.
Yes.
Which it's going to be a very sad week there this week after losing to Vanderbilt.
Ooh, tough.
I never realized how many proud Vanderbilt people I had in my Facebook feed until this week.
I think they're probably just proud because of Alabama.
Jeopardy, Jeff, I'm talking to you.
Oh, no.
He's like, I'm proud to be I was like, I've known you for a long time. You're the smartest man I know. Never knew you went to Vanderbilt. Anyway.
Good school.
Great school. Anyway, so when we moved our daughter to the University of Alabama and moved her into this condo with her 3 roommates, she's very excited, and her roommates are very excited, even though they're the same year in school, I believe. Yeah. They're all, but they've been at the school.
They were freshmen there. Yes.
Freshmen there. Our daughter's a transfer.
Yeah, so they lived in the dorms the first year.
They were very excited when they moved in. I did their closets, and they got their food, and they got their furniture, and they got their little lights, and they got all these things, these girly things, and they're putting curtains up, and they're making signs, and they're ready to rock and roll high school. And they were like, "We're going to live here forever.
Yeah,
we're going to be here. We're gonna get married, and we're gonna have kids here. That's how long we're staying."
Here it comes, y'all. It's a little exaggerated.
And
here it is.
And I don't know if I said this to Beez. I probably didn't.
Probably not. You said it to me.
I probably just said it to you. Yeah. I said, they're going to be out of this place in a year.
Yeah.
They're going to be out of this place in a year. I just know it. I just know how it works, because you see what other people have.
Right.
And you want to experience that, because the evolution of the 4 roommates in a condo, which is a very nice condo.
Yeah. It's nice.
And when I say condo, it's dorm living condo. It's when you walk in the door, you have a little foyer, and each girl has their own room with a bathroom. You have a kitchen, then you have a common area.
In the living room, yeah.
It's not like a condo where you walk in. It's, you know what I mean? It's, this the cinder block walls.
College condo.
It's a college condo. But it's a college condo.
It's
and
cute.
And you're in a building with a gazillion other kids, and they had parties and this all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's fun for a while. Like, I really think everyone should experience dorm living if you go to college. But I said, she's going to be out.
Yeah.
Give her a year.
Yep.
She's going to be out.
We made it like 4 months.
4 months.
No, not even. What month are we on?
We're in October.
October. The decision has to be made by next month anyway, because how psycho it is with the market there. You literally have to sign your leases for the next year in November.
Right.
So, I mean, like, the decision is like now.
So we're in Reno, and we're at this conference.
Yep.
And we get on a FaceTime call with our daughter, and her roommates are going through this house that they found. And I'm looking at her walk through this house, and I have never, ever in my entire life of America seen our daughter so grown up. I wanted to cry.
Yeah, she was definitely an adult.
She was walking around, scouting the place out, asking questions. knowing, I mean, her mother is a phenomenal, not just good, but great real estate agent. That's you.
So that's me.
And
So she's asked all the right questions.
she asked all the right, she picked up on your stuff.
She did.
And I'm sitting there and I'm going, and it was weird because she's walking through, like, our daughter is gorgeous, absolutely a gorgeous young lady.
She is.
And she's got, this long hair and stuff. And it was a catwalk, like she was a model. She's walking around this house, and I don't know where this breeze came from, but it just, there was always a breeze at the right moment. And then she would do that thing The Rock does in Jumanji,
Like she's a little bougie bees jiggle.
What does The Rock do that you always like that I do when he,
Peck Papa Love?
No, when he looks
Beez
up.
did not do that.
When he looks up.
Oh, the smolder.
The smolder, yeah.
Yeah.
She would go walk around this house, and she'd be in the hallways, and you see like a slight breeze, and when that breeze would hit, she'd look up and smolder. Smolder. I'm like, what kind of house is this?
It's a lady girl. It's a girly pop house.
It's a girly pop house.
Yeah.
It's and it looked.
And the one thing that she was very adamant about, like, is a necessity, and no, like, even if the house did not have one, she made sure that she asked the question on.
What?
Security system.
Security system, yeah.
Yep, she sure did.
She sure did.
And she was like, and the house already has a security system, so we don't have to have one put in, knowing that she has to have one put in if it didn't have one.
Yeah.
And she was ready.
She was ready.
Like, very, very adult conversations, very... She's a big beast.
Yeah, she's a big beast. Now, one of the main reasons that she's getting this, and this is very admirable.
Yeah.
Very, very admirable. Yep. So it's not really my place to tell the whole story, and I don't really know the whole story, but I will tell you what I know. And that is that one of her
current
roommates, a sweet young lady,
yep.
She has just lost her mother. And she had lost her father prior. So she
lost her father at the beginning of freshman year, and she lost her mother at the beginning of sophomore year.
Very sad.
She is herself.
And I believe she's got, two brothers who are in the military?
Two brothers that are in the military, or military school possibly, but they're...
Right. So she's got a very large dog.
Yes, he is a big boy.
He is a very big dog.
So pretty.
So pretty, so cute, so cool.
He's a good boy.
Beautiful eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Lindbergh.
Yep, Lindbergh.
They call him Lenny.
Yep.
Lenny. And I love that they have a large dog in the house. Love that they have a large dog in the house.
He is like the perfect for the girls, like a girl house. Because he checks everybody out, makes sure that everybody's good before they, like, he's not going to attack you when you come in the house, but if the girls are uncomfortable or say something, then he will.
Yeah, he'll get them.
Yeah.
He'll get them. Then they have a cat. I think they have two cats.
They have two cats.
Yeah.
Kevin is there, and Nesta.
Kevin and Nesta.
Yeah.
So that they've got to find a place for this girl's dog. So there's a backyard, even though they all take turns walking this dog. They
do. These girls have been so wonderful, and, like, they've grown together just because, so her one roommate.
Is Jen up here?
I don't know. Henry's snoring.
Because I smell.
Oh.
Stinks.
Probably Jenna.
I know.
She's somewhere.
Yeah, she's somewhere.
Yeah,
there she is.
Right there.
There she is.
There she is.
This dog has got the grossest butthole ever.
Smells so bad.
Oh my God! I know she's around. I can smell it. Go ahead. Sorry. Ugh.
So her one roommate, with everything that happened, she had to go back home for the funeral and everything, and then she came back to school with no other option but to bring her cat and her dog with her because she didn't have no family, no anybody to take them for her, nothing. So the girls, all of them, the four of them together, take turns walking the dog and making sure that he's fed and watered. They take him out, put his little Alabama bandana on him and take him out for outings. And they've done a really good job making sure that together the one girl is not overwhelmed with having to take care of this dog in a condo by herself.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm not giving any kickback to this house.
Yeah, they want a yard for the dog because he needs one.
Yeah, and I think it's the evolution. I mean, like I said, I called it. So she's following the timeline, right?
Yeah.
And then she's going to have learning curves. I mean, does it worry me that she's going to be in a house? Yeah, but I mean, did it worry me that we're going to put? I mean, there's nothing that's not going to worry me.
Right.
So,
right. Well, I did speak to one of her other roommates, your faves. Today we were having a conversation about the whole housing situation and everything, and Dad said that he is actually would prefer the girls to be in a house because the maintenance at the condo is not awesome.
I agree with that.
And there's a lot of things that can be handled with a one-on-one relationship with a landlord with parents that would be a lot easier than a condo building full of college students.
And she can have a gun in her house.
And there's actually a little bit more control parent-wise with them being in a house than there is in the condo.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take that lock that I put on her door and put it on her door in her house too.
That's what he said. Absolutely. Yeah. Same conversation. I was like, y'all, Jason's together.
Yeah.
Jason's unite.
I'll leave the closet for the next girl. They can have that. It's on me. They're welcome, by the way.
They'll be very appreciative.
Very appreciative. That's going to be the hottest condo in that place.
I know.
Like, oh my God.
I want that one.
It's got a double-decker closet. Somebody's dad was awesome.
You were.
Yeah.
That was you.
So we're going to have to go through the whole process again. We're
Yes.
going to have to take down the TVs.
Yep.
We're going to have to put new TVs. They're going to need more furniture.
They are going to need more furniture. We're going to have to, at the end of school, go and put her things in storage.
Great.
The same.
I love paying more money monthly.
Well, they can stay in their condo until like midsummer, and then, we can go and move the stuff.
Love that 9-hour drive to Alabama.
Yeah.
Love it. It's
Hey,
amazing.
roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. So, anyway, that's cool. I don't mind that. But I'm going to have to talk with her and explain to her, what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
Well, it's a different world when you live in a house.
Yeah.
So other people,
Okay.
I'm not worried about her. And I'm not worried about her roommates.
Right.
I'm worried about the people that they bring with them.
Oh, I don't know. They have a really good group of girls.
Well, we walked in for
the
the Georgia-Alabama game, and there was already 3 dudes there.
You just didn't like that one boy.
It's not that I didn't like him. I just didn't care for him.
Yeah. You didn't like the Northerner.
I love Northerners. What do you think? I am a Northerner, kind of.
Not that one.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't think, I don't know if I mentioned it on this episode or the BS. I think it was the BS, but it was, the kid needed to learn how to lie. And he was busting out with, like I was the fella, or that I wasn't there. You know what? I think I said on the BS that I was like one of the fellas. Actually, it wasn't like that. It was more like I wasn't there. Because he wasn't necessarily talking to me.
Right.
He was talking to the other dudes his age.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, man, we went out and got so effed up. And, dude, we drank so effed much effing this. And then we got a fight. Look at the fight, man. This dude suplexed my body. And it's like, now, to me, yeah, that's cool. I get it. You're a dude. You're going to do that.
You did that
You're in
before.
college. I did that. Yes,
You
of
did.
course I did that.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a parent, I feel like I'm in this bubble that you need to Eddie Haskell the situation.
I don't know if, okay.
I shouldn't hear those things. If I just met you, you're in my daughter's house.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear those things.
He was friends with one of the other girls. And so he wasn't necessarily, like, Ariel knows him, but doesn't, like, they don't hang out.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you.
He's not like a regular.
He needs to, kids need to learn how to Eddie Haskell.
So your difference, the issue that you have is the Southern raised fellas are very different in their behavior around parents.
I like it better.
Yeah, I know. But the Northern raised children are not the same because they have those conversations right in. I mean, my cousins are from Jersey. That's where I'm from, up north, and it's not normal to not have those conversations.
I understand. I get it.
You know, you just bust out with all of it and just go.
No, you need to. I was a good Eddie Haskell. I was a real good one.
That's a Southern thing.
You know, I'd be around somebody and be. No, as a kid up north, I was a good Eddie. Well,
you were in Florida by like 11.
11.
You count as Southern.
Yeah, but I would Eddie Haskell be like, "No, I don't have a bag of weed in my pants right now, man."
Yeah, dude, you want some? That's where I came from.
No, I don't have a box of Marlboro Reds. No, I didn't just steal a carton of cigarettes under my beach towel. No, I did not do those things. Of course not. I've got church on Sunday. What are you talking about?
See, that's the southern side of things, and I know I like it too. I agree. It's very, very good manners, and you read the room, you have the correct conversations, and filter just a little bit to where you can still tell the story, but you tell the PC version of the story in front of the parents.
Yeah.
And that's not really a northern thing. No. They just bleh.
Yeah, and the flip side of this is, the Northerners are honest and the Southerners aren't. That's why that's why the Southerners always say "bless your heart." They're really telling you to go F yourself.
Correct. You are absolutely correct. So
Northerners tell you to go F yourself.
Correct. Yeah. That is absolutely a true statement.
And I like that attitude. And the problem is I'm a mixture of both.
Yeah.
So when I go into my go F yourself mode in the South, it doesn't roll. And then when I'm like, bless your heart in the North, they're like, you're lying.
You're intimidating, sir.
I'm intimidating.
Excuse me, you're a little too intimidating.
That's what I always get. Yeah, I'm intimidating. You intimidate. My agent told me that.
You're literally not intimidating.
I know. I'm the biggest wuss.
Well, I don't think you're a wuss, but I also don't think that you're scary.
Ooh, it's because
ooh, you're so mean.
You shaved your head and grew a beard. You're scary.
So scary.
My last boss told me that. You shaved your head, you got a beard. You're scary.
Why are you trying to intimidate me?
Why are you trying to intimidate me?
Dude, just because you're intimidated, that's a you problem.
That's a you problem. So anyway, wanted to give props to our son on this episode.
Yes, he was so good.
And wanted to tell you about our daughter moving onto the house. Now, what I was saying before is I'm going to have to run down, the house stuff because that's our dog. That's Henry. Snoring in the background.
So sleepy.
So when she moves into a house, these girls, and I'm going to tell all the girls this, you have extra responsibilities. So now, and this is good because the evolution of this is that they will break off. The next step, just I'm calling it right now. Yeah. The next step is they'll break off into twos and get their own apartment.
Yeah.
And there'll be, and it might be in the same apartment. They might be next door to each other or something. But that will be because they're going to want more privacy.
Yeah.
But they're going to want their own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you know, like this house, though, has a mother-in-law suite out back? For the parents.
Yeah, for us. Yeah, no, so here's the thing, is we have to pay, we're going to split it.
Yeah.
But we have to pay a certain amount of rent each month. We, parents.
Yeah, for the extra space.
For the extra space.
Which is totally worth it.
For when we go and visit. And then so we're going, well, does it make sense? Well, when the Best Western is charging $1,200 a night for the Georgia-Alabama game.
Yes, it makes sense.
Not that we stayed there, but it does make sense. But our room wasn't much cheaper.
No, it wasn't. And I mean, we go for 3 nights and that's obscene. And you have to I got really lucky with our room being so close for that game because most of the parents, what they were telling me for their first year, they had to stay an hour away.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't find a room.
Now we get to hang out with the kids and stay on campus.
Yeah. But then so there's the mother-in-law suite out back, which is not connected to the house. It's got a bathroom, it's got all the things, and there's parking with no issues. And we're literally right there. We don't have to worry about, if I'm like, hey, babe, see you on Monday. I want to go and see Beez for ladies' mother-daughter weekend.
Yeah.
Then we can go.
Just got to worry about you hooking up with some of the college kids.
Ew, babe, that's so weird.
I heard it's a thing.
So
the college
weird.
kids are always after the hot moms.
Not me.
No, I'm telling you, they're going to be after you.
But it's really...
If you go to a bar with Beez, you're going to get hit on.
It's a real weird conversation to have because our son is 23.
That's the one
which would be the age of all... It's so gross.
I mean, okay, take that out of the equation. Just take that out of
I don't think I can.
Just think about it. You're 40 years old.
Uh-huh.
You're out. You're drinking, you're
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
And let's just say you're single.
Okay.
Okay. It's like that movie with, who's my girl?
Hey, I don't know right now.
The movie we watched, and she with the rock kid, the kid that was in a band.
What?
Like New Kids on the Block band. Who's my girl? From Devil Wears Prada.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, the movie we saw. She's 40 years old.
But her husband died.
No, her husband cheated on her and left her.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And
No,
then
but they divorced.
And then they were divorced, and she was bitter, or she was angry.
She was a 40-year-old hot mom.
And
single hot mom.
Right, and she had her daughter, and they go to this concert, and
the guy fell in love with her.
Well, he fell in love with her, but he's hooking up with her, and she's like all in, and she's hanging out. But I'm just saying, say you're single, you go up and visit Beez, you go to a bar, you go to the restroom, this guy comes up to you, he's 21 years old, really good looking, and is like, puts the moves on. He says things to you that maybe you haven't heard in a long time. It's very flattering. And he's like, hey, look, we're getting ready to go do this if you want to come hang out with us. And Beez is like, yeah, let's go, and all that kind of stuff. One thing leads to another. I mean, chicks are like guys, younger girls, younger guys. I'm just saying, if you were single, you would entertain it.
All right, Big Daddy Bang Bang, you better keep up on your game.
I'm just saying, you would.
I wouldn't.
There's not one woman in her 40s, if she was hit on by a guy in her 20s, wouldn't be flattered.
I would be flattered, yes. I would be flattered, yes. However, I've been a mom since I was 16. Our son is 23 years old. Ew.
I'm just saying.
It's gross. It's like they're freaking children. I still say the kids.
I'll know.
They're kids.
I'll know if you're cheating on me when you get a Snapchat account.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll know. I'll know it's a thing. Because I'm just this old 49-year-old man now, and I ain't got it anymore.
Better step up your game, Big Daddy Bang Bang. Fraternity fellas.
No, I ain't stepping up a damn thing.
This is what you get.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Love it or leave it.
Listen, these fellas would be lucky if I showered before I went out.
I'm lucky if you shower.
I know. You're lucky if I shower and change my freaking spandex.
Yeah, I know. So it would be pretty cool. We'll be able to do this and do that and go up there. But, the evolution of the moving thing and explain to her that there's going to be more responsibility, which is a good thing. Yeah. Where,
I think she's doing really well with the responsibilities that
are coming
her way, like really well.
I do too. And I think all the girls are doing it.
Yeah.
I think all the girls are doing a great job. So and they utilize the boys in their life very well.
They do.
That's smart. Mm-hmm. But this is the evolution of that. This is, you can't call a maintenance guy. Now, granted, you can call the landlord and he can get it fixed.
Right.
But that means that someone's going to have to be there when somebody gets there. I'm assuming the place that they're in now, the maintenance guy just comes in because he's got a key. So it's a little bit different,
Next steps.
And there are things that the maintenance guy's not going to fix. That's not everything's covered.
I think we've prepared her very well.
Yeah.
And I think that within this next year, you are going to cry a lot because she is doing so well with all of her adult responsibilities that are coming her way. And as you are seeing the young woman that is crushing all of the adult things, and she turns more into a young woman, I think you're going to cry.
Well, I'm definitely going to cry.
I know.
I would give so much to go back to taking her to get dresses at the store or buy toys that.
First time you took her to get ninny nets?
Ninny nets at Target, those types of things.
Yeah.
It's just, but that's the world we live in, and that's the world. I think the hardest thing for parents to grasp when they become empty nesters is not the fact that they're getting older, it's the fact that we're getting older.
We're getting older, yeah.
So when the kids get older, you're happy for them, but
it's crushing because that means you're old as shit.
Selfishly, we're old as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though we are young parents, we're getting older.
Correct.
And you don't know how old you are getting until you see your kids getting older.
You're older than I am.
Yeah, but you're still in that 40 bubble.
I only just turned 40.
Yeah, but you're part of the club.
That's okay.
Like if there a club called Club 40.
You're gonna be 50.
Yeah, but I can still get in the Club 40 club.
You got a couple more months to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still like I could be a senior member, but I'm still.
You can still be a cool kid for a few months.
Yeah, like if there were a club called Club 40 and it
Yeah.
only allowed people that are 40 years old,
Yeah.
40 in the 40s,
Yeah.
then you and I are in the same club. So it's not like an older, younger thing. We're still in the same club. You know?
Whatever makes you feel better.
Well, that's just facts.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
now
Talk to me in what, 6 months?
yeah, next year,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in a special club and you're not invited.
I don't want to be in that club.
You're not going to be invited. It's just going to
That's
be
fine.
me and a bunch of 50-year-old women.
Well, it's fine because I'm going to go party with the frat boys at University of Alabama.
Unfortunately,
Bye.
you can party with them outside, but you can't go in because you're not part of Club 20.
I'm not part of club. That's good. I don't want to be a part of Club 20.
Yeah, you'd show your ID and they'd be like, man, we can't let these old ass bitches in here.
Oh, cobwebs.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
let her in.
oh, are you like a manager?
Run away. Oh, she's the boss. Get
Oh.
away.
Oh my God, is this senior night? Oh. All right. Please give us a like, share, follow, and social at Listen to the BS. Everything about this podcast and the Bailey Show podcast on thebaileyshow.com. Please support our sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, you can reach out to me on thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, we also have the radio show that is a condensed version of the BS, Saturdays 6 to 9 on WJRR in Orlando and on Planet Radio in Jacksonville, Florida, which is going to expand even more. This weekend, we're excited to see everybody that's planning on coming out to Podcast and Pours 3. That's the big event that we do from time to time. We've got Distinct Grace, that is Chuck's band, playing for a good 2+ hour set. We're going to have a party at Tannery Row, Beaufort, Georgia, this Saturday. And then we'll have $1,000 cash and prizes karaoke contest. We'll have drinks, we'll have food. We'll have some new BS t-shirts that we're giving out, so on and so forth. So we have a lot of stuff going on. And for those in and around the area, we'd love to have you, come in and see you because I don't get to see you that much since we moved away. And then after that, we've got Podcast and Pours 4, Saturday, December 14th, where we have Saliva headlining that one. Distinct Grace will also play. Both bands are going to do a very special acoustic set, full set, but just acoustically. Saliva doesn't do that. They very rarely do that.
Cool.
It's going to be really, really cool. It's taking place at Elixir, downtown Orlando off Washington. Those tickets available on thebaileyshow.com. There's a thing right there on the homepage says Podcast and Pours, and then it goes through 1 where you can recap and see the pictures and videos, 2 pictures and videos, 3 ticket information, 4 ticket information. I believe we're almost, if not already, sold out of tier 2 tickets, so we're at tier 3, which still are only like $25. There are VIP tables available. There's hotel available, a certain amount of hotel rooms at a discounted price from the Hilton. I believe it's like $120, so you can come and make a weekend out of it in Orlando.
Ooh, travel with friends.
We'll be out of hurricane season, and
Goodness.
we'll see you at Podcast and Pours 4. But I mean, if you guys want to get together, I'm sure Josh and Sheila, I know they're coming down.
Yep.
But if anybody wants to get together, we all can get together and have drinks the next night or the next day.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. So, looking forward to, we just want to pack that room. There is only so many people that can fit in this really cool, intimate setting, this venue at Elixir that they just built. So we want to make sure we pack it and
It's really cool.
and be excited for it. So as I reconnect with my audience here in Orlando, we're just hoping that everybody comes out and has a good time. So it's we got you a big band. We got 2 big bands, right? We got tons of stuff to give away because we're doing it with conjunction with WJRR, and they're going to be providing concert tickets and cool swag and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. All right. Don't think I missed anything. I think we got it. I got through it. My voice did not crack really
you
all
did
that
good.
much. Yeah, I did good. All right. You have anything before we get out?
Yeah, I like it in my 40 club.
Yeah, I like it. All right, this is Hurricane Week. We're right in the smack of it. Hurricane Milton, oddly enough, our Dick Dog is the name of the hurricane. If you are going to be affected by Hurricane Milton, please be safe. If you need anything, reach out. This week on the BS, I'm going to do it on Wednesday's episode with Alex Clark on with Operation Airdrop, and he talks about what that organization does and what they're doing in North Carolina and what most likely they're going to be having to do here in Florida with us here shortly. Because this, my friends, I've been through a lot of hurricanes. this is going to be a bad one. This is going to be really, really bad. It's just, we're prepped. We're ready to rock and roll, but
Ready.
there's only so much you can do. All right. With that being said, thanks for all the support. Enjoy the shows this weekend. Have a great, safe rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon. Emma!
I realize not everyone feels this way, and if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information and episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Subscribe at thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, baby.